39. All right, and here we are. Hopefully, a better connection than last time. I asked Ben to lay off the streaming and the internet usage, so I think we should be good. I hope. All right, Terran, you're kicking it off this year. Terran wanted the rights of first Derby this year, Carolside.
Yeah, I figured it would be a good early season lake to have our first derby at.
Yeah, get out there before it gets too hot. Big fish are hopefully just coming off their spawning beds, and weather hopefully going to be great.
It looks really good right now. Because I mean, when I drove through there about a week ago, and I wouldn't have wanted to put my kayak in that water that day. I think it was like 50k winds when that wind rolled through, but yeah, it's looking like it's going to be 20 degrees and like 15k winds, so about as good as you can ask for that part of the world.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Wonder if anybody's going to catch a monster.
Yeah, I mean, biggest one caught there so far, I think was 34, 35 when I had it that one year. But I know a few people had some fish stories that there were a couple bigger ones that they saw chasing their lures. So they're out there.
Well, I know when the lake was proposed to us by fisheries, it was my contact at Fisheries in Red Deer that proposed the lake to me and said, you guys could try out there. And he said he's heard some stories from some of the locals around there that it was some very big fish. So let's hit 40.
Yeah, I know if you look at some of the gill netting stuff they do for studies, when they did that lake, there were some big fish that they caught.
Yeah. I think we should make it a rule, though, that Gord's not allowed to use G-Bus baits. He's got to use competitor brands. Have a little fun with it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, so why don't you go through your rules for Carolside, that kind of stuff, your fish,
Yep.
times, all that stuff, and then I'll go through. I've just got a couple other things to kind of go off with everybody on.
Okay, I'm just gonna bring up the rules here. So it's this Saturday. We're planning to kick off like our events have always done in the past. So 6 a.m. is our start with a 5 p.m. end. So it's a long day. We'll see how weather is. If weather gets windy or anything, we might shut her down a little early. But I want to start at 6 because that'll be our best chance of getting getting calm water on that lake. So we're gonna start at 6. What else do I got on the rules here? So fishing has to be done with barbless hooks, as we've done in the past. Um, fishing has to be from, you have to have a PFD on at all times. So that's same as previous years. One thing that's different this year, I mean, Mike, you might be able to talk about this on the fish mortality. So if anybody has a fish die on them, fisheries this year has asked that instead of keeping the fish, we're asked to release it, but you need to come and talk to me before you can start fishing again. So if you have a fish that dies, you can release it. It can't be entered into the tournament. Um, and then you have to come find me and tell me, and then you can start fishing again. Is that correct, Mike?
Yeah. So you before we had to we used to have to take the fish and bring them into fisheries. Now, this year, they've changed it that we can release fish back in the lake. But the rule is if you have a fish that dies, lines out of the water, get hold of Terran. If he's close by, great. If he's further away from you, if you've got his cell number, call him, reach out to him on Facebook Messenger and let him know what you had died because he needs to fill out a report of what it is. So when you talk to Terran, let him, it's probably better. Actually, I'm going to say Facebook Messenger is probably the best thing. So he's got it. Species and size
Yeah.
and time that you had the fish die, and then he at least has that info for when we fill out those event reports.
Yeah, 100%. Max fishing depth is 24 and a half feet. That shouldn't be a problem. We're in spring, so all the fishing should be done shallow anyways. This year we changed the pike limit to 3 instead of 2. So now it's 3 northern pike and 1 walleye instead of 2. So if anybody can find a walleye, they likely will be the winner because they're in that lake, but they're really difficult to catch. So I know Jim was really trying the last time we fished, and he fished all day for walleye, I think, and didn't get any. But if someone gets one,
Oh,
they'll likely win.
yeah. If there's somebody that's going to catch walleye out there, it'll be Jim.
Yeah, exactly. Um, So yeah, fish pictures need to be submitted through Fishing Chaos. That's the same as previous years. The only thing that's different is the membership this year is a yearly membership instead of monthly. So it's a $25 per year membership. I tried to get them to change that to monthly for us, but that's their new that's their new rules. Like that's how they are doing all their payments. So there's no other way to do it. And for the trail, it's the best app we found so far and the most cost effective still. So there's other apps out there, but when you add up all the different fees that they charge us as a trail, Fishing Chaos is still the cheapest.
Yeah,
Um,
like I know
if
we
we
looked at.
do, yeah,
I looked at what was it, Tourney X, and for
yeah,
us to have gotten into Tourney X, it would be no cost to the angler that they would see, but we would have to be raising the prices to by like $10 to $15 per tournament to cover it. And even Anglers Atlas, when we were using them, that MyCatch app, it was spotty and shoddy, and it cost a lot of money. What everybody would see was the money that we would say that we would set aside for a donation, that extra $10 from every angler that we set aside for donation to donate to charities. The Anglers Atlas ate that up, plus some of the other money that we had. So, hey, John, uh, good luck with your hook and paddle series out there this year, buddy. Keep killing her for us.
and then I think the only other thing I have are prizes. So we've got some pretty awesome prizes. Westview Co-op in Hannah donated a cooler, fishing rod, a hat, bunch of jig heads. It's a pretty sweet prize pack. So we're gonna be giving that away. G-Bus Outdoors donated like 15, 20 lures, so that's awesome. And then Streamside this year is on board with us for every tournament. They're giving away a fishing rod, so
Yeah,
we'll have
yeah, that's
one
going to be
rod to give
great.
away at Carolside. So
Yeah, no, that's great, and it's great that Westview Co-op there in Hannah. I mean, they've now been a couple years involved with us out there, and it's great to be partnered with such a great local business like they are. Same as Streamside, it's a Western Canada folks doing Western Canada things. So it's great to see this with what we've got. We've got Gord out here. So yeah, all of our events this year, we've got some amazing sponsors from Canada and a bunch of amazing sponsors from the U.S. So as always, we're very fortunate with the sponsors that hop on board with us. It's what really makes this tournament, lets us get you guys the prizes and all of that kind of stuff, because it's all donated from them. So yeah, big thanks to everybody out there. Um, just the one thing, uh, if you guys go to our here, hold on, let me see here. I want to show and stream. No, not that one. Let's remove that source. Let's share a screen. And I'll kick Terran and I's off here, our video off. Okay, so when you guys come to our page, so wckft.wordpress.com, you guys can come on here, and this is where you can find all of our stuff for the year. So when you come on here, right up at the top, if you go to the 2026 events, there's the code of conduct. So everybody needs to click that. When you click it, it'll open it up in a separate tab. You need to download it, have it with you. But the last couple pages there, you'll see there's 2 pages you need to sign and send in to us. Make sure that those are either signed and sent in to the trail email, or sign them, print them, and bring them to the event with you. So there's a couple things we'll talk about there. Also, when you go here and you click the Carolside, it's going to bring up a new window. This has got the rules for you. Make sure that you download this onto your phone and have a copy, because it's got the rules in there, as well as it gives you a copy of the competitive fishing license, and then also Schedule A. And the reason why I say this is we're required to make sure that everybody has a copy of this. If you go down to number 3 under organizer conditions right here, a copy of the event license, a signed copy of Schedule A, and the organizer's events rules must be provided to all registered applicants. So that's why we tell you guys to download this, have it on your phone. There's this year, one thing that they've asked as well, we've got to maintain a list of all the registered anglers. So we've got that. Dead fish returned to the lake and reported, which we've already talked about. For the participant conditions, you got to have a valid sport fishing license, unless you're a senior or a youth. Then, if you're not required to have the license, then you're good. But if you are required to have a fishing license, you have to have it. You need to have a copy of these event rules with you. And this goes for all of our tournaments. Yeah, and it's really good. They've worked with us lots. This number 19 here, this is something that they've added for us that a lot of events don't get. you shall not photograph and submit for evaluation on any given day more than one walleye over 45 centimeters and 3 northern pike. So just when you're on your phone and you're doing it, just upgrade on your phone and delete the old fish so that if somebody comes up and wants to look, they can see what you've got and they can see you've only got those fish on there. Obviously, the app will automatically upgrade it for you, but just make sure you kind of take that back down to your fish there. So like I said, you come here, you click, and each of the tournaments that we've got running are also here. Yes, Gord, that's correct. Let me go back here. When you've got this, you can just do it by hand, like just take a picture of this if you don't have something where you can actually draw on it with Adobe or something. Just screenshot this, type your name in here, put the date, and just sign your name with it, and you're good to go. So just make sure that you've got that. I've never been asked for proof of these before, but we never know what will happen. So let's just be sure we're on top of it. As I said, so for those coming to the trout and the sucker derbies the weekend after, they're here, as well as Battle, Beaver, Rock, Manitoba, and Wabamun. So they're all there. Again, that's right at the top here under the 2026 events. So make sure you go on, get your get your code of conduct done. Apparently, Ron and Robin are stepping it up. So I will let Robin decide the kiss of fish, whether they're able to kiss, like, is it got to be like top of the head or does it need to be mouth on a northern pike? Because I'd really like to see that. Somebody might be losing lips.
Yeah, make sure that mouth is closed.
Yours or the fish's. But yeah, so make sure we come on here. Gord says he likes his lips, so you just got to hold the mouth shut there, Gord, and then you can give her a good kiss. Yeah, so kiss on the lips. Thank you, Ron and Robin. They're going to donate $50 for that. So that would be the first picture that is sent to Terran. You've got to make sure that picture gets to Terran, because the first one he sees will get $50 out to them.
Yeah, just send it on Facebook Messenger or text me or however you. My number is on Fishing Chaos there on the tournament. If you press contact me, it's on there too. So.
Yeah. So everybody's saying lips. So yeah, it's got to be a kiss on the lips. So even if it's a northern pike, it doesn't need to be open mouth, but it's got to be on the lips. One other thing too, just wanted to kind of touch on some of the stuff. So when you do download this code of conduct, couple things I want to talk about. So number one, at every event there will be a sign-off sheet that you're going to sign, stating that you acknowledge that you have watched this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it afterwards, or you had a one-on-one with the captain, or the one-on-one captain's meeting with the organizer. This has to be signed off for every single event. That's something that they've requested we do. So we'll have a sheet, whether you're doing it the night before, the morning of, whatever, we'll have a sheet. Everybody needs to sign that for every event. Let me see. What do we got for comments here? Well, Chad, don't stick your thumb where you wouldn't stick your lips, bud. Ryan, do we have card holders this year? I think I have some, Ryan. I just got to check. I'm positive I have some. They might not be top quality, but I know I do have some here. So I will make sure that those get sent out. Same as the cards this year, guys. You'll see it says name and year. I've gone to just a open format on them so that we don't have to just buy new ones every year. We can buy a mass of these things and just continue to use them year after year. As Terran said, PFDs, 100% when you're on the water. If you're caught not wearing one, you can expect that, depending on the organizer's mood, it's either going to be, okay, this is your one warning, or if he's had a bad day and lost a couple really big fish, he might just say, no, you're done. So wear your PFDs. It's a requirement by the law that you have it on the boats, and it's a requirement for our events that you are wearing them while you're on the water. Registration. So let's talk about that right now. If you are fishing any of the events except for the trout, the sucker, rock. I don't know if the Manitoba one has service. I think it does. But for the Alberta tournaments, the sucker, the trout derby, to start off, we don't have cell service out there, so we're not using the app. So we need you guys to get your registrations in for these events that you're going to be doing, at least for these first 3 that we've got coming up right away. I know lots of guys have said they're coming. We need you guys to actually reach out. So for Carolside, you go on the app and register through the app. Then you send your $50 to westcankayaktrail@gmail.com so that we can track that. For the Trout and Sucker Derby, you just send your e-transfer, $50 for each event, $30 per night for camping. And once that's sent, send an email as well to westcankayaktrail@gmail.com. Let me know who you are, what events you're coming to, how many nights you're camping, and how big your unit is. We need to get this going, because the problem we have, and especially for the Trout and the Sucker Derby, is if you guys wait until the last minute to register, we don't have time to go out and source more prizes that we end up having to rip apart prize packs that we've got set apart, because we want everybody to have a great prize. So if you're coming to the event, please register as soon as you can, because by the middle of next week, we won't have time to be going out and finding extra prizes. We also need numbers for food. So like I said, by mid next week, I need to know how many people are coming. With that, please, I would say let's do it by email. It just makes it easier than trying to look everywhere. If you want worms for the Sucker Derby, send an email to westcankayaktrail@gmail.com and let us know how many packs of worms you want for the event, so we can get this done right. Yeah, there you go. Right from the boss who's making food. You snooze, you lose on a great meal if you don't have those numbers in. So yeah, we need you guys to, I'd love to have everybody that's coming. I'd love to know everybody that's coming by Monday. At the latest, I'm going to say, if you haven't emailed us by Wednesday night after the Derby, or after the, there you go, need to order bait by Tuesday. So by Monday night, if you want worms for the Sucker Derby, you need to email us so that I can compile a list for Robin and give it to her. So I'll put all of this in a post as well on the trail. But yeah, if you guys haven't registered by Wednesday after the captain's meeting, I'm going to say you're not getting food. And even if you place really well, you might be getting on the lower end of prizes, because we need to really get this done and looked after. So let's get registered for those events. We want to make it a great event. We want to make sure there's food, great prizes for everybody. I absolutely hate going up and having to rip prize packs apart to make them for extras because we don't have the registrations in time. That being said, we've got a lot of amazing prizes again this year, so it's going to be a great one. As I said, with the waiver, you can either email it to westcankayaktrail@gmail.com or print off the last couple pages, bring it to your first event you're going to. we will have copies of those last couple pages available for the events, that if you don't have one or you forgot or whatever, we can have them there for you to sign off. Fishing boundaries, not really anything that I can think of for any of the first derbies. Maybe Rock Lake by the time we get there. Maybe Wabamun. Other than that, I don't think we're going to really have fishing boundaries anywhere. Pre-fishing is up to 8 at night or at the tournament organizer's discretion. So you can pre-fish until 8 the night before. Motors. So we talked about this before. We've actually changed this a little more. It's not updated on this, but we do allow motors, single motors only. You're not allowed to have 2 motors on your boat. Up to 200-pound thrust, or what works out to about a 3 horsepower, 2400 watt equivalent. And we've actually upped this 36 volt to 44 volt because the new Torpedo ultralights are putting out are running on 44 volt. So we've actually changed this now that we will allow up to a 44 volt. If you are running a motor, make sure that whatever event you're going to, you bring the tournament organizer over and walk them through your motor on your boat. They need to see it in person so they know what's going on. As always, we're not interacting with the public other than saying hi type thing. Yeah, other than that, same as always, our PFDs are on. Just everybody remember, when you're taking those pictures of your fish, head to the left. Head must be to the left. It needs to sit perpendicular across your lap with the head to the left and belly to belly. And we've had people that didn't understand this, and the reason why is I can take a picture of a fish, head to the left, belly to belly, don't pinch its tail, then I can flip it over and pinch its tail a little bit, and now it's a different length fish, and I'm going to enter the same fish twice. So this allows us to see what we have going on for the fish entries. Yeah, so if you're coming for the trout on the fly for dinner, Robin says let us know the family members as well so we can make sure they get fed. Well, thank you very much, Robin. That's amazing. Yeah, your kayak's got to be in the water. You need to be in your kayak. There's been issues in the past where we've had some times where people are like, well, it's really, really windy and I didn't feel comfortable. Well, if you don't feel comfortable just sitting taking a picture, you probably shouldn't be out fishing. So you need to be in your kayak. Your kayak can be kind of bouncing up against the shore, but we need proof that when we need to be able to see that you're in the water, perpendicular, head to the left, belly to belly. Other than that, yeah, it's going to be a great event. And hold on, I just gotta find this again. Where is this here? Let me pop this up. I'm gonna say this right now for everybody. Don't let him lie to you. He didn't catch that at Carolside.
Yeah, there's trees in the background. That ain't from Carolside.
Yeah, that was Eagle Lake when we were trying to get the tournament on Eagle Lake, and Terran sent me that picture. He's like, man, we got to get a fish. We got to get a tournament here. But unfortunately, it's a total catch and release, so they wouldn't do it.
So someone take a good photo for the next year's poster, because I don't want to be the poster child anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. and I'll say that for every one of our events, for you guys that are out there, picture of you, picture of somebody else. If you've got a chance of getting a great kayak fishing picture for that event, send it in. We'll use it. The only one I'm going to say that we won't do that in will be the Trout on the Fly Memorial, just because I've got the picture of Dad on there, and I'm going to keep that there as long as I'm running that event. So, but yeah, other than that, get registered with us, guys, for this event here. Terran needs to know here right away, quick. Make sure you send your payments in as well. sharpen up your hooks.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've only got 4 so far, maybe 5. 4 on the app. So if you're coming, you're getting a prize basically right now. So
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think. I have to look at my computer. I think I've only got payment for 3 or 4 for Carolside, and one of them isn't registered in the app yet. So you might have 5 people. So yeah, make sure if you're going to be going to Carolside, make sure you get registered, send in your payment, and then hey, you know what? You're doing that. You're going to be coming to the Trout on the Fly. Just send all the money at once. So it's $50 for each of those events. You will see that for our 3 walleye events, Battle, Beaver, and Wabaman, that's all a $75 entry fee, but that's because those are 2-day events. So there's a reasoning behind that. But yeah, so if you're coming to the Trout on the Fly and the Sucker Derby after Carolside, make sure you send in your money. If you're just going to Carolside, get that money sent in as well and register on the app so Terran knows what he's looking at. Camping is first come, first serve. What's their cost on camping?
20 bucks a night.
Yeah, $20 a night, no services, but yeah, it's first come, first serve. But I don't think have you guys ever been outmatched
No,
or outnumbered by people that weren't fishing?
no, we drove by on Friday, May long, and there were like 3 trailers out there. So
Yeah,
I expect there to be very limited other people there. So we'll have first pick at campsites. There's one that's right on the water where we'll probably store all our kayaks. So I'm sure Jim will have that one again.
yeah,
And everyone will store their kayaks on that, right on the shore there, which is great that you can keep them on the water overnight. So you can get away real early in the morning.
perfect. Well, yeah, like I said, if you've got any questions on the Carolside event, reach out to Terran, Facebook message. His phone number's on the in the Fishing Chaos app. You can send him a text message if you've got questions. If you've got questions about the Trout on the Fly or the Sucker Derby, reach out to me. You can reach out through the trail.
Yeah, last time I think a bunch of us stayed on that one campsite, which all they ask is that each person pays.
Yeah,
So they still want 20 bucks a night per person, but yeah, we can put as many as we want on that site. Doesn't really matter to me.
yeah. And
No,
that's the
Jim's
same
gonna.
thing as we do at the same thing we do at the Trout on the Fly as well. Yeah, an angler of the year. We are going to be doing angler of the year prizes for adult and youth. So we're having a youth division as well this year. So there you go, Taryn. Be there
Yeah, there
tomorrow.
you go. So he'll have that site locked down for us.
He'll have it locked down, and he'll have that 40-inch pike tied to a bobber just underneath the water, and he'll just go pull them up. Yeah, so get registered in the app. Get your payments into e-transfer to westcankajaktrail@gmail.com, and have a great time. I can't wait to see the pictures from you guys this year, see what you've got going on out there. Can't wait to see who the first person to kiss a fish is going to be. That'll be interesting. I think should we stipulate the size? Like it's got to be at least a 26-inch pike to kiss.
It's got to be one that actually is a registered fish. So I think it's 24 or 25 inches. That's what we could say.
It's got to be big enough that when you're holding it and it starts moving, you're fearing for your life a little. Like that'd be. No, that's great. Well, Taryn, good luck this weekend. Good luck to all you anglers. It's going to be a great weekend. Hopefully, by the sounds and what the weather's saying, you guys should have a great time on the water. And then we'll see a bunch of people back here in a week. It'll be 7:00 next week for this meeting for the Trout on the Fly and the Sucker Derby. Bring somebody take a picture of Gord's Kevlar lip protection. I want to see that. I want to see what Kevlar lip protection looks like. It's yeah, can't wait to see the pics. Well, all right. good luck, everybody. Can't wait to see what's going on. And here's to another year of a whole bunch of tournaments. Thank you for all of the directors that have come back again this year. I know last year we only had the Trout on the Fly and the Sucker Derby, really, because everybody needed a break. There just had to. We had a bunch of stuff, and everybody needed to deal with their personal lives for a year. So thank you for those that came back and the new folks that stepped up and are running events. And here we go, 2026, baby.